Mr. Peterson?
Yo.
Mrs. and Mr. Kingsley are here.
Oh, great. Send him in.
Okay.
Hey, hi. Marge, will you tell Mitch and Avery to come in, please?
Yes,
Hi. Hi, good to see you. How are you? Sit down, sit down.
Okay.
It's been too long.
Oh, yeah, we never see you.
You're seeing me now. So, how you guys doing?
Good.
We're doing
All right,
okay.
hey, come on in.
Ron, hey.
Hey, these are two very dear friends of mine. This is Tom and Beth Kingsley.
Hi.
I've known these two for like forever. I was best man at their wedding.
No, you weren't.
I was best man at one of your weddings.
Yes, and we don't talk about that one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Right. Okay. This is two of my hottest young hotshots. This is Mitch
Mr. Kingsley.
Hi.
Mrs. Kingsley.
Hi, hello.
and Avery.
Hi.
So, geez. Okay. So we're gonna. What's this big idea you have?
Well, could we get some coffee?
Oh yeah. Would you like some coffee,
I'd love
Avery?
some
Would you get us
coffee,
all some coffee, please?
Yeah,
Ron,
What?
you asked the woman to get the coffee?
I said please.
Well, she's an attorney, isn't she?
Yes, and a CPA.
But she's a girl, so you asked the girl to get the coffee.
Yeah.
Why don't you get the coffee?
I don't know where it is.
Ron, I'll take care of it.
Oh, I don't mind.
No, it's fine. Cream and sugar?
Yeah, thank
Yes,
you.
thank you.
I'll just text Marge, no problem.
Okay. All right. So what's this great idea you've got?
Well, you know we've been fostering dogs for a while now.
Yes.
Well, recently we had this little schnauzer. Oh, she was perfect. There wasn't a thing wrong with her. As a matter of fact, she had just had a litter. 5 puppies. Well, you know it's not good for a mother and her puppies to be in a shelter, so we had them all at our place.
You had 6 dogs at one time.
Oh, they were so adorable.
You're a better man than I am, Gugadine.
Anyway, so one day Tom and I are out, and I had baked a batch of brownies and I left them out.
Oh, oops.
Well, I didn't leave them on the floor. They were on the kitchen counter, but somehow that little schnauzer got up on the counter and she got all the brownies down on the floor.
Oh, that must have been a mess.
Well, who cares about the mess?
Well, chocolate can be toxic.
Dogs can die from eating chocolate.
Don't you know that?
I know. I've never owned a dog.
Would you like one?
No.
Well, anyway, so here's the thing: the chocolate, which is really, really bad for dogs, it can kill dogs.
Yeah.
But see, the brownies weren't made out of chocolate; they were made out of carob.
Carob.
She's got me eating carob.
So I thought that, well, chocolate's bad for dogs, but carrot is okay. So then I thought, why not create a company and start a line of carob treats for dogs?
Why not?
So that's why we're here.
You want to start a company?
Well, I've been making carob brownies and the dogs love them, so I thought, why not expand?
Oh,
Excuse me, will there be anything else, Mr. Peterson?
no, thanks. We're starting a company to make fancy dog food.
No. It's not dog food. It's a line of high quality treats using carob as a substitute for chocolate for dogs.
That sounds great.
Did you know that dogs can't eat chocolate?
I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
How's that player to be named later?
No complaints?
Okay, great. Thanks.
Ron.
I'm sorry. Let us know if you're going to labor.
Ron.
What?
do, sir.
Sorry. All right, so
It's been done.
what's been done?
Carob treats for dogs. There are a couple of brands for sale and some YouTube videos on how to make your own. Sorry.
I don't care. Just because something's been done doesn't mean it can't be made better. That's not going to stop me.
You're not going to stop her.
There's always been ice cream. Did that stop Ben and Jerry?
No.
Okay, then.
All right. Okay, you want to start a company? Mitch, tell them how to start a company.
Well, do either of you have any business experience?
I'm a radiologist.
I used to sell real estate.
Well, you're going to want to start a business plan. So what?
Oh, I've made a bunch of business plans. I'd be happy to set up a business plan for you.
Yeah, you got to have a business plan.
Why do
for
we
sure.
have to have a business plan?
We're starting a business.
We know what the plan is. You're going to make your brownies. I know a guy who does contract packaging. We just have to figure out a way to get him into some pet stores.
Well, you're probably going to maybe want a social media.
And we'll
presence?
probably set up a website.
Well, that's just the beginning.
Yeah, you're going to be plenty busy.
We're starting a business.
We're not starting Facebook.
No, you're not starting Facebook, but you're starting a company. You know, you are going to want a social media presence.
Yeah, I just want to set something up legally so I don't get sued.
You're always worried about getting sued.
Yes,
All right,
I
well,
am.
All right, well, look, you guys got to decide. Is this going to be a business or is it just a hobby?
It's a business.
Do we have to decide that now?
Well, do you intend to make a profit?
Yes.
We'll see.
I intend to make a profit.
And what if we don't?
Well, whether you do or not, it's an IRS issue.
And if we don't make a profit, then I can just write it off, right?
Well, sure. Are you going to finance the whole thing yourself?
I'm a radiologist.
Well, there are a number of ways of structuring the financing. So are the two of you going to be co-owners?
I'll be the owner.
If I'm going to pay for it, I'm going to be co-owner.
Well, maybe you won't pay for it. Maybe I'll just take it out of the trust accounts.
Whoa!
Time. Now you're messing with your estate planning.
The kids' names are on the trust accounts.
Well, so can the kids be part owners of the company?
It's not a company, it's not a business.
It's a business.
Well, do you all intend to make this just local or maybe nationwide?
Just local.
Well, I thought locally at first, but if it takes off, who knows? We could go nationwide.
I thought you were just going to cook in the basement. Like the guy from Breaking Bad. I pay for the raw materials, you cook.
Well, there are a number of ways that you could set up the funding. So, like, you could self-fund the startup capital yourselves initially, and then maybe once you're in production, you could set up like lines of credit. I know somebody over at Northern Trust. Her name's Robin Levin, and what she can do is
Yeah. Let's just not get ahead of ourselves.
This is a lot more complicated than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, because you haven't been thinking about
Well,
it.
there's going to be lawyers and accountants.
Yes, lawyers,
and
accountants, insurance agents, marketing people. I know. I've done my research. I can handle it.
You just want me to pay for it.
I want your support.
Sidebar.
Are you sure you want to do this?
I don't know what this is. I don't know what I'm getting myself into.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Okay.
What did I tell you? Prenup.
You think it could go there?
I always think it could go there. There are going to be issues.
So, can you at least set it up so I oversee the money?
I have people.
Okay. So long as you got my back.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right? We're going to start a company.
Hey!
Okay. Mitch, tell them how to start a company.
Well, first we need to start off by making your organizational structure. We need to identify your target market.
Dogs.
What else?
well, you'll probably want to have some R&D.
What's R&D?
R&D
Research and development, so that we know that you're putting out the absolute best carob treats on the market.
Oh, now you're talking.
All right, do you have a name for this exciting new venture?
Yeah, I've been doing research. I Googled a bunch of names, Healthy Pet, Pet Project, NutriPet.
I said just call it Beth's Bars for Dogs.
No, I don't want my name on it.
All right, how about brownies that won't kill your dogs?
That's not helpful.
I'm just...
No, see, the thing is, they don't look like brownies. They look like little granola bars. I want them to be portable so you can take them with you when you go for a walk.
Like when I go for a run, I never leave the house without my power bars.
Right. Power bars, but for dogs.
Well, call it power bars for dogs.
Power barks.
How about doggy bars?
No.
Doggy carob bars.
Power barks.
Carob, doggy, carob treats.
That's terrible.
Doggy, carob.
No.
Power barks.
Oh, hey, that's great.
Love it.
Instead of power bars, it's power
There
bars.
we
Oh
go.
my gosh, you're so clever.
Good one.
The first and most obvious thing that happens is Ron asks Avery to get the coffee. Now, it's his standard, stereotypical behavior. Despite its being called out, it happens all the time. But here, something unique happens. The other woman in the room calls Ron on it.
That
And
doesn't usually happen.
That doesn't usually happen, but we wanted to use it to point out the effectiveness of women sticking up for other women. That is shame, humor, calling attention to the issue can often be very effective. So when there's more than one woman in the meeting, we try to say, watch out what's happening to the other one. Is she being put down? Is there a slight? Can you help out? So all of that is an important dynamic here, because when women are helping other women, it's often much easier to negotiate these issues than it would be otherwise.
Having another woman in the meeting is really a positive that we did not see Avery use at all. She didn't try to connect with Beth, and when Beth is so excited about her project, she could have been the one who made a connection by indicating the importance of what was going on. I mean, it is an important project for Avery, even if it's not a very important one for Ron, the boss. But she doesn't do that. And so when Ron and Tom, so the senior partner and the client, step aside for a minute and start to talk, I'm going to let Al comment on what's going on in that situation. But immediately, Avery took out her cell phone. Did you notice? And Beth was looking at her, trying to make a connection. Beth was ready to continue on with the meeting about these, whatever they were going to call them, and Avery's on her phone. So she lost an amazingly important opportunity by not staying in the room and being present. Now, Al, about that sidebar.
Well, what do you think about that sidebar? For the lawyers in the room, the obvious client here is the venture. Ron is not representing Tom. He's representing the enterprise, the business. And for him to suggest that he's got Tom's back presents an obvious conflict. Who's got Beth's back? Who's dealing with the venture? So we've set up a dynamic here that is flawed from the very beginning.
And so what about the situation when they're talking about what are we going to call this venture? I don't know how many times you might have heard Avery say power barks. She was very soft-spoken, but she probably did it 3, 4, maybe 5 times. And I'm sure that she was thinking it the entire time, so it was there. Did anybody hear her? No, they didn't hear her. They took the name, and Tom says power barks, and it was as if the room stops. This happens in real life. You know, the woman says something, and 10 minutes later, a guy says it, and then they're like, oh my, that is the best thing I've ever, how brilliant. And so he got a kiss out of it. Beth kisses Tom for such a great name, Power Barks. Okay, now, what is Avery going to do in a situation like that? She's certainly not going to say, well, wait a minute, I said that 5 minutes ago. What she should do, and what women don't tend to do in meetings, is she should spread out. She should put her papers down. She should declare her territory. My own personal preference is on the edge, because that way then you can see everybody. You're not fighting with the guy who's going to push your papers aside or, you know, be pissed off that that was the spot he wants. If you take the edge, you actually have an ability to see everybody, which is really what the key is. You don't want to be in a spot where you cannot see what's going on.
Notice that when Mitch volunteers to get the coffee, he doesn't leave the meeting. He stays right there. He texts. Very important. We're going to watch later Avery leave a meeting. It's that confidence to say, I belong here. This is what I'm part of. It's not really my job to get coffee, but I can get the job done another way.